Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to the September 20th meeting of the Human Services Committee. We did not meet as a committee during the month of July. Oh, I'm sorry, August. We did meet during the month of July, so I'd like to ask for a motion to bring to approve the committee meeting from the month of July. Supervisor Rossi and Supervisor Smith on the second. All in favor? Do we have any privilege of the floor? Any comments from other supervisors or the public? Hearing nothing. I'd like to start the meeting by thanking all of the committee members. I think we're almost three quarters of the way through the year, and that the budget presentation, so I guess it's the culmination of year's worth of work. So I thank all the supervisors, the administrators, and everyone else involved for their effort, continued effort. Good afternoon, Denise. It looks like we don't have any action item agenda item. So we'll move on to, unless you have any announcements or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Yep, so we'll move on to the review of the 2024 budget. Everyone has their information? Okay, great.
So, this is going to be short, please. There are not really any changes to my budget for the 2024. The only two items that were increased were for additional funds to be added to the telephone item line for Wi-Fi, so that we can go out to the community and for their laptops with us and do more outreach. And then the other one was for promotional, and again, it would only be used if we did. I'm thinking quarterly. We've had social media for years. I do an email plan, 1,000 emails. So if you're on those, or you'll see all the stuff that gets filtered from my department, but it's not effective for the elder population of our community. It's not working. We need to put it in black and white, add it to the Chronicle or whatever, maybe on a quarterly basis. We have a did you know section that we do once in a while. We thought maybe that might be effective. So we're going to try it for at least next year, see how if we can statistically weigh out the advantages of spending an additional 1,000 or two. And if it's working, maybe continue with it going forward in the future. If not, we'll scale back and figure out another way. But we are missing the elder population in our community. And with the span of the geographic location, social media is not important. So the contract is the same for our electronic database system for Vexpro, who manages all our forms when we submit claims for veteran or surviving spouse or family member, and they're allowing direct access in electronic filing with the VA. But there's cost to something else in the past years. So that's wonderful on their part. Helping them. So
Or the communication to getting the word out. I know that Denise is for continue to work with Don Lehman and other folks here at the yeah, get that out, especially in the outlining areas where the message may not work or enough. What else? anyone from the public have any, comments for the board? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I did have one thing.
Yes, go ahead.
In this convention, not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just wanted, the community to know that farmers market coupons, our first this issuance of farmers market coupons for the veteran community is 2,500, coupons. And then I asked for an additional 1,500, which took us to a total of 4,000 farmers market coupons. That totals $8,000. They, New York State, it's called the Fresh Connects program for veterans. They were authorizing $50 per veteran. So we handed out $8,000 in farmers market coupons to 100 veterans. I will not be asking, I know that farmers markets go through the end of December. I'm not going to ask for another allotment, but next year I will ask for an increased amount above that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to represent, welcome the representatives of the Department of Social Services, as well as, the Youth Bureau. We'll hear from, DSS. Also like to welcome for her first, official meeting, Montriani. Listener, and, and welcome Julie. Good. Right on to the budget review. Or do we have any action items? I think.
Letting Hero do their.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do that, yeah.
That's great. Hello, everyone. I've only been here once before. I'm Sue Warren, the director of the Youth Bureau, and I brought our assistant director, Sean. And I really just have a couple of informational kind of items for you. I'll pass along these items. Update on funding and just kind of a highlight on what we do as far as the Bureau. So I really need your help. Here we have several funding streams, one of which is a new funding stream called team sport funding, and that can be used to determine how that can be used. But we know that within your community, you all have access to people or programs that could some funding for our team sport or infrastructure at their field. So I need you to spread the word and send them our way, because if we can get them some dollars that are state grant eligible dollars, then we'd love to do it. So our critical youth development program funding, that is basically the same as what it was last year. And that's for your town and village rec programs with capacity dollars that come from OCFS and then filter to your rec program and then community programs that form community programs that get funding through YDP. But new for the third year of funding is the youth sports and education funding, and that is dollars that come from the legalized local sports betting. So those dollars are available to your community rec programs or not-for-profits or anything that has physical activities that want to do something with kids. And those dollars keep increasing. we're assuming that at some point in time they'll level off, but they keep increasing. So this year's allocation of youth sports and education is 32,632 that can be used for your community program. So, and then again, the youth team sports funding, which is new, it's a legislative add-on, so we don't anticipate will be an ongoing source of funding for programming, but there is a dollar amount of 28,444. So if you know of any community program, anybody, just send them. I put Leah Greer's telephone number at the bottom. We will be doing some informational Zoom sessions so that once we get some more information from the state as to what makes the program eligible for the funding, but spread the word. Like anybody that you see in the community that has a program that you think is underfunded, tell them to give us a call. So that I really wanted to spread the word about those two funding sources. And then the second paper that I gave you was the highlights of this year and some of the youth programming that we've done in Morristown. This year we were able to just facilitate 11 youth to the sheriff's camp. So that's fantastic. That was several more slots than last year. We completed a couple of state dinner classes. I have one more now we facilitated in November. This year, all of your rec programs, town and the city of Glens Falls rec programs were monitored. And that monitoring really just includes Leah going to their programs, making sure that, you know, the ratio of youth to adults is okay. Any safety factors that come up, it really is just using us as a resource if there be a program need any help with anything. So she's done that monitoring for all of your town programs and the school community programs and the 4 programs that were funded last year under the sports and education program. We also certified 19 lifeguards. Those are Warren County. We have 19 guards that were Warren County and about the same that were Washington County. So we're hoping that with our ability to do 2 classes a year, your programs that have water can have enough lifeguards to open process. So this is just some informational items as far as some of the additional that we expect. So that's it, just fun informational items that are budget related.
Any questions or comments from, the committee? I just wanted to add that the youth bureau and we've heard from the veteran services before, of 2 great examples of, Warren and Washington County sharing resources, veterans with the, peer-to-peer program. But it's just a win-win for both counties, for taxpayers, for getting, a 2-for-1, deal with the staff of the youth bureau, assisting us, we believe in things we will in Washington County. So thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
That's the program of Hawaii with people,
so it is.
so many people.
Yeah, so pickleball is the hot ticket item for sports related things at this point in time. But the Glens Falls directed a specific pickleball program for the kids that was in addition to the regular camp activities. So they have a several week session of instructional pickleball. Because of course it is the one from, for the really good type of play. We do have a portable for anybody that and have something for your towns or any of the rentals. We do have a portable net and some type of ball towels that you can just bring, to whatever event. So, yeah.
Yes.
Or, yeah, I think so, without, of course, any real waiting for the that gives us this important. One-time dollars, $10,000 mark, they specific that it would be great to use that for something that. So the, putting it in field turf or putting a disc golf kind of, because that is not a cheap endeavor to make a disc golf course or something like that. As far as we know, at this point in time, that would be something could be used. The only, the only organization that we know cannot receive the funding would be a school. So if it's a municipal school district, they can't receive the funding. However, if a rec program uses the facility of the school, that rec program should use some funding. So that's really the only thing that we don't can't for schools. We have huge piece of property behind. So I get together some dollar amounts that would be like really a perfect, application. I think we simplified the state has come up with like a two-page application. So we're working on simplifying kind of the application and we'll have those Zoom meetings to clarify any points as soon as we get it. But start thinking about that type of program because either you or funding can be used or that one-time money. So it sounds like that was.
Anyone else?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again. Thank you. So, right.
Yep.
Thank you, Supervisor Driscoll, for the introduction. As many of you might already know, social services and programs that are regulated by CFS, DOH, or CBA. The appropriation to each program area is provided in allocation or reimbursement of the outpost budget. Julie will bring us through that a bit. We are requesting a few new positions. The positions being requested are additional frontline staff to include an intake clerk, a case manager, a principal clerk, a caseworker, and permanently adding a part-time attorney. These positions are reimbursable at 75%, and really are needed to carry out the essential functions of the department and also make sure that we have good casework practices to keep our program limit spending down as much as we can. Started to talk about that. Just quick kudos to our accounting team for staying on top of the Medicaid funding. So we can actually the first thing, yes, it's the second page is and this the second page of that is what it would look like if we included some grant one. And I also increased our Medicaid care. My projection, we've got
Go to the sheet. Total. And, um, the new fish, um, Yes. Yes. Starting right in the first. Yes. Oh. Yeah, salary. Actual are yeah. I thought it was a room in our, and, um, I learned, you know, yeah, yeah, really two neighbors, and a furniture line. He did it for 50,000 and for furniture line. And those are actually, oh, figure. And all in all, I mean, the total budget really. And these are all first one. This are we always call it. Four. And we are seeing that one now. And so the call it our 20. This is all our, it's 13. Hopefully, again, one owner, foster care, and this one owner. Both tearing down. And feeling bad. I really feel peaceful that I is going to really have to give moment. Worth it. All I'm eligible for 2024, we will get those. Like 2024, and then here. So that in 2025,
This was mandated fence and it's not open, but the individual can be there. So some of the resolution, yes, or whatever the term is, from the program.
and they have. This one for, the first safety net business. And then when they, an individual has exhausted all their other programs, they're calling it safety net. And we're seeing real good numbers this year here. However, again, it's not. Cincinnati. So, Sandoval. 6.41. This is flowing through the fee. What it is, it allows us to pay some rent includes fees. Then they qualify for heat. The state has no way to pay that. So it allows us. These are individuals that are if they are covered under that, they come out and offer the full qualify. And then you feel, Sue kind of talked about it, it really hasn't changed much. It gives the allocation for the town, and all the information is in the backup. Is, with the project, so we got this one, you know, how much percent for other towns. Yeah, but really. And
Thanks, ladies. Questions or comments? Betty? Open the floor. Yep.
for today's plan was trying to save costs. They don't pay, like, if a child is playing, a unit and one county sheriff, set them up, then one county court, and then bring it back. There were huge costs for that. And that's what somebody was paying. So that was while they were in jail. And they put the jail on. Once they're placed, they don't see a have something that's we don't bother.
Any other comments? Anything else? Yeah, Julie and the folks from Youth Bureau, your time and hard work, certainly not a long period of transition into this position. So kudos and we'll see you next month and I'll see you, I'm sure, plenty of times before that.
For questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you very much.
I've been asked by the administrator to go into an executive session, but I will leave it up to him or the attorney to discuss that matter with us. Few minutes. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay,
Need a motion.
okay. I'd like to make a motion that Supervisor Bruno and Supervisor Smith on the second. All in favor of going into an executive session, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried, thank you.